Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Earlier in the previous videos, we discussed about the solutions, unmanaged and managed solutions. We have also discussed about the environments in the Power Apps, and we created the environment in the Power App. So in this video, I'll show you how to structure the solution in the Power Apps project and what what is the best practice for building scalable and deployable applications. So for that, I have created multiple components of the solutions like apps, reports and templates, resources, processes, flows, and core. We will discuss each of them, what is the purpose of these solutions, and which solutions should be deployed first. So let's again recap the solution in Power Apps. We'll quickly discuss what is a solution in Power Apps. So this solution is just like a container used to package the components. Components like can be any components like tables, any objects, any flows, any resources. So why we create solution? Because it helps in the ALM practice. It helps, managing the software throughout the project process, throughout the development, testing, deployment processes. And it is also easy for moving the components between the environments, easy for moving the applications between the environments using the solutions. It also helps projects organized and modular. So without the solution, everything will be like scattered. And with the solution, everything will be in a controlled, deployable, and versioning manner. So for the dev, testing, and production scenario, solution is the critical one. We must create the solutions, different solution for different purposes to organize the components. So let me show you how I design my solutions. So first is the core solutions. As it names core solution, so it acts as the foundation. So let's see what this core solution contains. So if you click on three dots and go to settings and then click on drop down of the more solutions, so I have added descriptions for the solutions, what it does. So this core solutions contains the components like tables, columns, forms, relationships, also the many commands, whatever commands we use in our applications, then the environment variables, some security roles, and also the table ribbons. So these are the foundation components that we add in this solution, and this solution contains those components. We'll discuss each of the components one by one in the later videos. Now the next solutions that we have is resources. We go to the ellipsis and click on settings. So these are just the initial names that I gave to the solutions. You can give it based on your company names, based on your project. And the main thing to aggregate the solutions is these later on names like resources, core I have added. You can see we have flows, we have apps. and we are also using the publisher in those solutions. So now if I click on more options, so what this solution contains. So the resources contains components like global option sets, custom connectors to connect with the multiple databases. The web resources, it contains the images, videos. So these three components will be in the resources solutions. Then the next solution comes is the processes. What does this processes contains is the processes like the BPF, business processes, flows, real-time processes, custom actions, as well as plugins. It is im- important for the automation. Also, it's easier for debugging and scalable if we keep these components in this solution. Another solution that we created is the app. In the app, we'll just if in our project we have multiple apps, we'll just keep those apps in this solution. So like model-driven app, site maps. Also, we can add some prediction rules, maybe canvas apps as well. We can add into this app solutions. So it contains all the apps that you create. Now, how we going to deploy in a correct order? So what we saw this core, core solution contains the foundation components. Foundations, we can say all the schemas and the tables, fields, the forms, the views it contains. So this should be the first in order for the deployment. Then the second solution that should be deployed is the resources, like whatever resources we are using in the deployment, then we can go with the processes, the flows, and then last we can deploy the apps. We also have the reports and templates. It's based on the requirement. You can create more solution to segregate other components. This will contains the reports, the templates like email templates. It's it's up to the requirement. Either we can create or we can keep it in the code. So why we follow these orders, course, courses, processes, app? Because it helps preventing the missing dependencies errors. It ensures that the schema that representing the core exists before the launching that are the processes. So we can't deploy the process first, then deploy the code because it will throw the dependency error. It also guarantee that the flows and connectors are available. Apps work immediately after the import at last. So there is one pro tip to check. I always check solution dependencies like which solution is dependent on which entities, which dependency it contains before exporting. So another thing, whenever we will deploy these solution, we will deploy them. As you can see, it is under unmanaged stack. And when we will deploy the solution to the another solution, another environment, so that will be deployed as the managed so that others won't be able to edit those. So I have already explained this in previous videos why we do the deployment is because we we create multiple environments like development, testing, productions. So In the deployment, in the development environment, we contains all the solution under unmanaged so that the developer can edit multiple times and update multiple times whatever components, flows, apps is required to edit, and then later on deploy the solutions to the another environment, that is QA environment, so that the testers can test those applications, those functionalities, and that will be deployed as managed so that testers are not allowed, as we won't be able to edit those. Its benefit, it protects components, it prevents accidental edits if it happens, and it also helps to clean the upgrades. So that's how we structure the Power Up project using solutions. So if you're building anything, a simple app, solutions are absolutely essential for scalability and deployment. In the later videos, we'll go inside these solutions, see what we can add there, what it contains, and we'll also see all other features. We'll also see how to make apps, how to make flows, how to make tables, how to make columns, how to add existing tables step by step. So if you found this video, this lecture helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.